Welcome to Jerry's Fish Room.
All right, guys, welcome back, Jerry's Fish Room. Thank you so much for joining me this week. Thank you to all of you that have supported my channel, who have liked the videos, who have subscribed, who have left me comments. Again, I greatly appreciate it. This week, I told you last week, we're going to do something special. So this week, what we're going to do is I'm going to give away 2 of the Jerry's Fish Room t-shirts. So yes, that's right. You have an opportunity to win 2 Jerry's Fish Room t-shirts. We're going to talk about the topic today, and that topic is, what does it take to get started in this hobby? For me, the first thing that I look at on what does it take to get in this hobby is asking yourself this question: why do I want to do this hobby? It's very important, the why you want to do something, because the answer to that really is going to help with whether or not you're going to stay with the hobby. Now, for me, when I asked myself that question, what it was simply this: I wanted to keep a little bit of nature in my home. I would love to be able to get up in the morning or sit down in the evening and just check out a little bit of nature, the things that I can't see when I'm out and about. I just want to love checking out the fish. I can't see fish in the lakes, and I can't see fish in the river sometimes. So for me, it's just about being able to keep a little bit of nature in the house. And a secondary thing is I love to take care of things. And so gives me an opportunity to take care of some of the things in nature that I can't see. So for me, that's what drives me. But the question you have to ask yourself is, what is it that drives you? Why do you want to be in this hobby? Once you've answered that question, I think the second thing that needs to be answered is, where do I want to keep these fish? So in other words, go through your house and check it out. Where is it that you would like to have this fish display, this display that you can sit down and enjoy? I think this is extremely important for the simple reason that if you put your fish someplace that you're not really going to enjoy it. And then every time you've got to go maintain that tank, it's going to be a bit of a hassle. It's going to be a bit of a job or a chore. And that may cause you a little bit of a frustration with the hobby. The next thing I would ask is, what size tank do I want to keep? You've kind of identified maybe where you want to keep it, and hopefully in that process you've understood how much space you're going to take up. So the question is, what size tank do you want to keep? And then with that being said, part of the things that you need to consider about what size is not just physically does it fit, but how much work is that tank going to be? What kind of filtration you're going to have? Am I going to get a small tank and then I'm going to keep it very minimal, where all I have to have is a light, a heater, and a sponge filter? Or are you going to get something significantly large like this 125 behind me, where I'm running 2 canister filters in it, and got to get a power head in it, and some other things? So so ask yourself, what size tank do you want to keep? So the next thing you might want to look at, guys, is what kind of fish you want to keep. Now, you could ask yourself that question before you ask yourself what size tank, but for me, it just made more sense to maybe go through and ask what size tank you want to keep, because then that'll help set the parameters of the type of fish that you can keep. But if you go reverse, understand that you may fall in love with some beautiful fish, but then realize, oh Lord, I got to have a really big tank. In fact, I had one of my viewers ask me that last week. They love my Starry Night, which he is kind of hiding right now. And they're like interested in getting a tank. And so they asked me, what size tank do I need to get to have a fish like that? And I responded back, you need at least a 6-foot long tank. You need a 125-gallon tank, because that fish is going to get 10 to 12 inches. So ask yourself what kind of fish you want to keep, and then follow up with, how big do they get? What are the water parameters that they need? Guys, this is just, again, an overview of what it takes to get into the hobby. But there's a lot of things that you need to look at in order to make the right decision and keep yourself focused in the hobby. Because a lot of people make the wrong decision coming out of the gate. And when they do that, they get frustrated. They have problems with their fish. They realize they got fish that they got to get another tank for. Then it becomes too much of a chore. And they end up just packing everything up and putting it on at the end of the driveway for somebody else. And so you don't want to be in that situation, because I'll tell you, this is not always the cheapest hobby to be in. And so you need to ask these questions. You know, what kind of fish do I want to keep? Do the research. What type of water do they take? How big do they get? What do I need to feed them? You know, for me, I started with the African cichlids. Love them. As you can tell, they're constantly the centerpiece of my a lot of my videos. But realized that when I started, I ended up with a 55-gallon tank, and the only thing I could keep were Mbuna. And it was only a few Mbuna. And I liked that. But then as I did that for a while, I realized, you know what, I wasn't satisfied. And then this thing called multi-tank syndrome kind of kicked in. And I wanted to get a little bit bigger and a little bit bigger and a little bit more. So, you know, again, ask yourself, what do you want to keep? What kind of fish do you want to keep? And that's going to be huge. And then I recommend is go figure out that what you need to get into the hobby, you need the tank. You know, there's several sources that you can go to pick up a tank. You can go to your local Petco, PetSmart, local fish store, and get a tank. You can wait for that $1 per gallon sale, depending on what size tank you get. It can be $1 a gallon. Or go check out Craigslist or whatever type of advertisement thing you've got in your area that may sell, you know, different odd and ends, used tanks, used things that people don't want to keep anymore. I've got 2 of my tanks. Actually, one of my tanks, the 120, I bought from Craigslist. Found it on Craigslist, went down, checked it out, made sure that it could hold water, and brought it home and set it up and got it relatively cheap. So Craigslist is a great way to do it. Get in touch with your local fish store. Your local fish store has a lot of connections. Maybe they'll have someone who you can that comes into their store and they're looking to get rid of some stuff, and so you can get some pretty good deals that way. So guys, with all that being said, you know, understand where do you want to keep the fish is huge. Why do you want to keep the fish is huge. What size tank do you want to keep, and then what kind of fish that you want. And just the bottom line is do the research, but know going into it that it cannot be a job. This has to be something that really you're passionate about, you enjoy, you love. I mean, for me, it just grew on me. It's hard not to. There's very few people that I've encountered that have gotten in and quite frankly stayed with just one tank. But you know what? One tank may be all you can handle. One tank may be all you need. But you can get a lot of enjoyment out of it. So do your research. Look into the things that you need. We're going to do a setup in a future video. I'm going to go in and say how to set up a tank. That's what I'm going to set up. And then I'll walk you through step by step how I would go about setting up a tank. I guess the other thing that I would bring up kind of more as a bonus type of thing of what it takes to get started is in your research, understand that these fish, while they're tremendous and very healthy most of the time, sometimes you're going to run into problems. And so make sure that you have some solutions. You know, for me, it's meds. Make sure you have enough of the medications that you need. From time to time, you're going to have to quarantine its fish, and you're going to have to treat that fish. I'm going through that right now. I have a couple of angelfish that not eating so well. So I am treating them with metronidazole flake with garlic, flavored with garlic, trying to get rid of a parasite. I've got another one, Jack Dempsey, that's in a quarantine tank right now that's been hurt. Had some kind of a gouge taken out of his head, so I've got him in a quarantine tank, and I'm treating him with aquarium salt, and I treated him with some meds for to get rid of any infections in case those came across. So understand that you need to get some medications and so forth on hand, and how to treat your fish. What is it that they have? So again, it just boils down to research. Spend some time researching. Get some stuff on the front end that you need, some meds. Make sure you got the right filtration. Make sure you're patient. That's another one. And guys, this video, like I said, is a little bit different because I just wanted to just talk with you guys and just share a little bit of what I have. And I guess that, as I'm reflecting through this, patience is something that's huge. When you get a brand new tank and you start it up, we can go into how to cycle a tank. Like I said, when I get ready to do another tank and set it up and do that video, I'll walk you through that. But the bottom line is, be patient. It takes time to get things set up right. After all, you want to do what's best for the fish. So guys, those are some of the things that I think we need to focus on before we start getting into this hobby. Those are the questions you want to ask yourself. I'd love to hear from you down in the comment section. Tell me what it is about getting into this hobby that you think you need to do. What is a good thing to focus on? A new hobbyist that they need to focus on getting into this hobby. So with that being said, guys, a couple of commercials, and then we'll talk again about the giveaway. First and foremost, guys, if you are thinking about getting into the hobby, or if you're already in the hobby and you're looking for some lights or some other equipment, I have a link in the description. JC&P has given me an affiliate link, so just go ahead and check them out. If you buy through that link, it helps the channel a little bit. Also, I want to thank my channel sponsor, Consolidated Fish Farms. Guys, again, I can't encourage you enough. Go check them out. They've got some awesome fish. That's where I'm getting my angels from, and I plan on doing some other projects with them. Again, I have an affiliate link in the description, and then there's a discount code where you get 10% off, Jerry's Fish Room. Use that discount code at the time of checkout, and their shipping is amazing. It's quick, it's cheap. Some of the cheapest shipping that I've ever found by trying to buy fish online. So go check out Consolidated Fish Farms. Again, thank you to them for supporting this channel, for sponsoring it. And then last but not least, if you want, and you're not one of the lucky winners this week, and you're looking for some good merchandise that will help support my channel, I greatly appreciate it. Go to the Teespring link in the description. I have mugs, I have t-shirts, I have hoodies, and I'll probably look at maybe throwing a few more things out there as well. So go check out the Teespring link in my description. It will help support the channel as I continue to do these projects and to try to create more video content for you guys. So again, thank you for all the support. Now, the giveaway. Let's talk about the giveaway. That's what we're here for, at least this week. The giveaway, I'm going to give away 2 t-shirts this week. And the only thing you have to do to qualify, you have to subscribe to the channel and leave a comment in the comment section. That's it. Love to hear from you. Specifically, I'd like to hear about this video or any other topics from any other videos. So just leave a comment concerning any of the videos that I've done that you've watched in this week's comment section, and then I will select 2 people from the comments this week, and you will receive a Jerry's Fish Room t-shirt. Once I select those, I'll find a way to connect with you guys. You guys can pick your colors, your sizes, And but I'm looking forward to it. It'll be 2 t-shirts on Jerry's Fish Room. So guys, with that being said, man, I am so stoked. In 2 weeks, I am going to Nashville, Tennessee. Going to go check out my buddy Ben Ochart. We're going to do a live stream together. I'm going to hopefully check out Aquatic Critters, which is his local fish store. And yes, I'm going to Glass Cages. And guys, I'm hoping to come back with a tank. So again, guys, appreciate you. Thank you so much. And you know what's coming next. That's right. Keep loving the fish.